March 6, 1943. Dear Margie. Well, dear, here I am at last. Arrived here last night but didn't get situated until this morning. And believe it or not, it's a minister's house. He is some sort of a preacher. I'm afraid I will tell you more about that later. I report to school at 4 p.m. Monday. We go to school at night, I believe. We were supposed to be here on the 4th at 12:30 p.m., but there was a mix-up between our travel warrant and ticket. They forgot to give us proof tickets, and when we tried to transfer from CNR to CPR at Montreal, the conductor wouldn't accept our tickets, so we had to stay until the next day and take the noon train CNR, which followed all along the river and around to Moncton, then to change at St. John. I hoped to see a little of Montreal, but by the time we found a place to stay it was pretty late. We walked around a little bit the next morning but didn't see much. This place is very old and picturesque. You are either going up or downhill all the time. It reminds me of pictures we see of old European seaports. I hope I like it. One of the lads from Petawawa is sending my skis as I didn't have time. I just had 2 hours notice to catch the train. Another thing, dear, I am broke and I really mean it. About 75 cents left. So, could you? I don't like taking it, but know what a chicken-hearted wife I have, so been taking advantage of it. I haven't much news to give regarding the course or its length, but will let you know. One thing, although it's good to get away from Petawawa and I am grateful for the opportunity to take the course, but it's so far away from you, and after all you are all that counts. Write soon, darling. I'll be looking for your letters again. All my love. As ever. Roger XXXXX. Address. Care of Mrs. O.A. Speed. 26, Murray Street. St. John, New Brunswick. March 6, 1943. Dear Margie. Here it is Sunday, dear, about 1 p.m. It's a dull, dreary day. A wet driving snow during the night, which turned to rain towards morning until the streets are covered with about 3 inches of slush and water, which tear down the hills and piles up and flow over the curbs and sidewalks at the foot. It's impossible to go out without getting wet. One thing they tell me is that this is the first dirty weather, or I should say tie up, from snow this winter, but they do get rain, snow and fog without any warning whatsoever. I realize now what Al meant when he said that flying conditions around here were treacherous. Despite all this, the scenery is pretty nice, different from anything I have ever seen, not like any part of Canada. I hope to get around the country a bit and see things. There is one hold back. I will have trouble taking pictures. Another thing that interests me is the rock. Haven't had a chance to see it closely, but so far can't even group it. Glad I have my little book with me. The other chap that came with me is my roommate, and guess he will be okay. We have an average-sized room, not much to brag about but clean. A palace over the bunkhouses of camp. At least we can pretend to live like humans. There are a few things I would like you to send down. First, my notebook on the building course. My dress shoes, as the lads wear their walking out uniform to school. That alarm clock, dresser case of hairbrush, etc. Gloves, but not the dress hat. Then my suite, you get in the package too, and come on down, we could have lots of fun together down here. We can have fun anywhere as long as we are together, and gosh, Margie, I miss you so much. I will let you know more about the course next week. I am not sure just how long it takes, if it's too long, over 2 months say. How about you and me getting together? By the way, give Al my address when you write and give me the name of his boat, and I will watch for it if it comes here to St. John. Well, sweetheart, this is all for the present. Send the stuff as soon as possible, won't you, darling? I'll write tomorrow before school. All my love, Margie, to the swellest girl ever. As ever. Roger XXXX. March 8, 1943. 26, Murray Street. St. John, NB. Dear Margie. It's 12:45 at night. I have just come home from school, and is it ever cold and raw out, but the sky is clear and can expect a warm day tomorrow, I hope. I go to school at 4:15 p.m. until 12 midnight. The course seems quite interesting, but gosh, my hands are stiff. I couldn't letter at all. I hope they limber up soon. Received a letter from you. It was forwarded on from Petawawa, written March 1st, but am still waiting one direct from you, but can't expect it for a day or two yet. This course will last from 4 to 5 months. That is altogether too long, Margie, for us to be separated when it isn't necessary. This is a very old town, the houses old and dilapidated, worse than the streets around downtown Toronto, but are clean inside and apparently the type of building people are used to, so they know no difference. The fare from Toronto return is $50 and board with me. That's, if you don't mind sharing my bed, will cost $7 a week, quite reasonable. I know you have planned to finish the room at the house, dear, and don't know just how far you have gone with it, but all that matters to me at present is being together. Think it over, darling. We can go to Petawawa when the course is complete and stay there for the summer. You will really be a soldier's bride then, darling, and seeing Canada one end of it at least. Then we will only have the West to see after this is all over. The course being 4 months long will be a surprise to you as it was to me. I understood it only took 2 months, 8 weeks to be exact. Think this over carefully, darling, before you decide, as there are many angles to consider. I haven't had time to work them out, as I just found out about it tonight. I guess this is all for the present, dear. We'll write again tomorrow night. So good night, dear. Gosh, I'm sleepy. All my love. As ever. Roger XXXXX.